Good morning. This morning we're going to talk about 7 common accident causes. We're going to begin with this statistic: 80 out of every 100 accidents are the fault of the person who's involved in the accident. Unsafe acts cause 4 times as many accidents and injuries as unsafe conditions. Accidents occur for many reasons. In most industries, people tend to look for the things to blame when an accident happens, because it's easier than looking for root causes, such as the ones that we're going to list below this morning. So I want you to consider the underlying accident causes as we find them described in this list. Have you perhaps yourself been guilty of any of these attitudes or behaviors? If you do, then, and you may not have been injured, but that may not always be the case. The fact that you got away with it this time or last time, or maybe a number of times, doesn't mean it's never going to come around to you. So first, let's consider what it means when we start taking shortcuts. What does that mean? What happens? Every day we make decisions that we hope are going to make the job faster and more efficient. But there are times when these time savers that we devise may risk our own safety. It may risk the safety of one of your crew members. Shortcuts that reduce your safety on the job are not really shortcuts. They are really an increased chance for you to become injured or someone else. Being overconfident. In our particular business, confidence is necessary. Confidence is a good thing. Overconfidence is too much of a good thing. The idea that, well, it'll never happen to me. That's an attitude that can lead us to think that we can engage in improper procedures, use tools or methods in our work that are not tried and true, and the net result of that is ultimately any of these sorts of things that evidence overconfidence can lead us into being injured. Starting a task with incomplete instructions. In order to do this job safely and right the first time, you need complete information. Very often, I think we've seen workers that are sent to do a job, and they've only been given part of the job instructions. Don't be shy about asking for an explanation about work, procedures, and safety precautions. It's not dumb to ask those questions. It's dumb if you don't ask those questions. So find out everything that you possibly can about a particular task before you engage in it. Make sure you have complete information. Poor housekeeping is another thing. And on construction sites, this is a constant battle. When clients or managers or safety professionals walk through your work site, housekeeping is pretty much to them an accurate indication of your attitude about quality and production and safety. Poor housekeeping creates hazards of every stripe and variety. A well-maintained area sets a standard for others to follow. Good housekeeping involves both pride and safety. Ignoring safety procedures purposefully. If a person purposely fails to observe safety procedures, it can endanger both you and your coworkers. You're being paid to follow the company safety policies, not to really make your own rules. And I understand sometimes why this happens, but we really can't afford to be casual about safety and disregard these rules. Mental distractions from work are another thing. Having a bad day at home and worrying about it at work is a dangerous combination. Dropping your mental guard can pull your focus away from safe work procedures. You can also be distracted when you're busy working and a friend comes to talk to you while you're trying to work. Don't just become a statistic because you took your eyes off of a machine or a piece that you're trying to land or a piece that you're trying to connect at any given point of time and doing it just for a minute. It only takes really a second to have an accident. Then also failure to pre-plan the work. And we have pre-tasks that we give your foreman, and you, even on an individual basis, should be pre-planning your work. A lot of times we talk about job hazard analysis. Now, it's buried within the daily pre-task that your foreman is to be filling out. A JHA is an effective way to figure out the smartest ways to work safely and effectively. Being hasty in starting a task or not thinking through the process can put you in harm's way. Instead, plan your work and then work your plan. It's better to be careful 100 times than to get killed once. Now, Mark Twain was an old writer. He said that. And it's a smart idea. Better to be careful 100 times than to be killed once. That's one of those things that if it happens, you can't go back. And if someone else gets killed, you can't take that back. So take these things into consideration today. If you would, please think about them. These are 7 common causes of accidents. I hope that you have a safe day, and I hope that things go well for you, and I hope to be able to see you soon. Thank you.